What's up, guys? Happy 10/10 portal. How are you? How was your Friday? Anybody else have that fun, amazing, angry Friday? Anybody else have that? Just out of curiosity? Show of hands. Show of hands. Anybody else decided to be feral today? Show of all the hands. It is what it is, right? We're gonna do a few little thingy things first before I start reads. So you still have a minute to get on my list if you need to. Because I was told that I need to add, well, not I was told, I need to add a couple of things to the website first. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to do that real quick. Let's see here. There we go. Because a lot of you guys have been asking about readings with Scarly. And so I thought that was up for you guys to be able to book that. And it was not. And it was not. So let's fix that. Yeah? Oh, I can't spell. I can't spell. So, Scarly, I'm going to get this up, and then I'm going to get all of this updated with the little goodies that you sent me. With the little goodies that you sent me. What's up, guys? How are you? How are you? Aw. Thank you. That was so sweet. Tell your daughter I said thank you too. I like that this always says that it will let somebody book at their house. Like that's not a thing. That's not a thing. So it's always funny to me. It's always funny to me. Not a thing. There we go. All right, Scarly, that is up. That is up. The other thing that we're going to add to the site is a couple of you guys have been asking. Let's see here. There we go. I'm going to do this. A lot of you guys have been asking for help with cleansing. So we are going to start offering a Cleanse and Protect monthly package where you get Scarly doing cleansings for you, Olympia, and I'm probably saying it wrong and I apologize. And then you have me doing protection workings for you. Or Camille. Both of us will be doing them. So that is something that I realize there is a big, big need for right now. And I want to make sure that we are helping you guys however we can because let's face it, everything be crazy. Everything be crazy right now. And a lot of you guys have been reaching out with some very, very hardcore things. Some very, very hardcore things. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So we're going to fix that. So we're going to fix that. So thank you for being patient while we're doing some things and some stuff here. Scarlett and I sat and talked about a lot of things earlier, and she was telling me some of the things that was going on. That was going on with a lot of you guys. Why that's doing that, I don't know. So we're gonna do this. There we go. I just want to make sure that everybody is getting the things that they need, and everybody is covered. There's a lot of really intensive shit going on right now. A lot of intensive shit. So yeah. Happy 10/10, right back to you. All right, let's see here. I don't know if that is up or not. Because of course, why would this thing work the way it's supposed to work? Hey y'all, Boba's here. Boba pancakes. I'm down with that. Boba pancakes, making boba pancakes. Mix boba and you put it in a pancake. I mean,
you shouldn't.
I should.
That sounds horrendous.
I should. I think that. Well, hey, will you bring me one of mine? I mean, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. All right. I will have to fix that here in just a little bit. But right now, we're going to do some Norse card reads. Yes? Yes. Scarly, that is up for you on your end, just so you know. I mean, I agree, but my kid said, no, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be very good. Maybe my kid is right, and it wouldn't be very good. Maybe. Got that put right there. We're going to check one more thing because You are welcome. My earrings, I got them at Craig's Emporium. One is gold, one is silver. So they are beetle wings. This one is smoky quartz, and this one is citrine. So yeah. All right, I don't know what's going on right here. Cool. That's done. All right. First on my list tonight is Kathy. Hey, will one of you guys bring me one of mine? I got you the pumpkin. Yeah, because I ordered two. Yeah. Wait, did they not send Kirsten's?
No. They didn't send Camille.
She has matcha. There's 2, no sugar.
Then one shall be yours. That's bullshit. I have your pumpkin one.
So
Okay.
did you order a total of 4 or 2?
Mm-hmm.
Then they owe you money.
Well, I'll have to get on there and look here in just a minute, but yeah.
Oh, did you give her a straw?
Yeah, she threw it at me.
Throw the straw at your mother.
Have you met my child? Have you met my child? I mean, at least that's one you like. But maybe just add some stuff in it. Huh? Yes, question mark. There should be some in there. In a kind of orangey red. Kirsten knows what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Kung Fu Tea should sponsor me at this point. I order so much. That is my habit. Y'all that have Starbucks habits, I have Kung Fu Tea habit. All right. All right, Miss Kathy. Okay. There is a rash of people pretending to be me again. And I'm sure that it's not just me. I'm sure it's other creators out there as well. So you guys, please, please make sure that you are not giving anybody in a private message any information, paying them money, etc. If it does not go through my website, it is not me. If it does not go through thebluebodhi.com or a legitimate convention website, it is not me. Okay, I will never ever reach out to you. I'll never ever reach out to you. All right. So this one fell out sideways to begin with, and this is the future. And it's sideways. So before I ever even turn any of these other ones over, this one fell out on its own as well. So for those of you guys up here on YouTube, let's do this. So y'all can see my pile of jewelry. You don't need to see my pile of joy. And you can see my boba. But this is the future, and it did come out sideways. So it tells me that you have a decision, you're on the fence with something, and you're not sure which way to go. Because it legit fell out like this on top of this. So what is it that you have? Master craftsmanship and diligence. Okay. So that fell out like that. Reflection. Conflict, counsel, and justice. And then peace and counsel. Okay, that's interesting that you have counsel as in like a council of people. But this one is counsel as in going to talk to somebody. Getting advice. So this is like a multi-level, okay. It's like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is tied in with this, which is tied in with this, which is tied in with this, which is tied back into the original thing. Am I right, Kathy? Master craftsmanship and diligence. I know that before you and I, well, I had asked you about a book that you were writing and so on. You and I had talked about some things in a reading I gave you, and then I know there were some health things and some kid things and all that stuff that popped up. So I would bet that this right here this has come back up, and now you're ready to look at getting that book out and getting the thing that you have always done, the thing that Kathy is amazing at. You and I both know what that is. I don't know if that's something you want me to say online. But the thing that you've done all your life, the thing that you're really good at, you're looking at that idea again. But the reflection right here, this is a lot of anxiety. So in your mind, as you're looking at this anxiety is popping up with, okay, well, the last time I started to delve down the road of writing this book, okay, good. I didn't want to spill you in this without, so for those of you guys that don't know, Kathy has 2 boys that are on the spectrum, and they're older, but she has been an outspoken voice in her community and so on about how to care for people on the spectrum and so on. So she wanted to write a book to help other people, to help parents that are, their kids are just getting diagnosed and so on. She wanted to write a book about that. The last time when she started to get ready to write this book, a lot of things happened. As soon as she started to write it, a lot of health things happened. A lot of things happened with one of her kiddos getting ready to move out and things like that. And then, so those things are popping back up. You're like, you know what? It's time for me to start working on this project again. But last time, all of these things popped up. And now, behind that, you have conflict, counsel, and justice. And here's what I'm going to say about this. I don't know why, but there are people that just, their favorite thing to do is to throw hexes and curses, and I'm going to put that in air quotes because a lot of times they aren't even an actual hex or an actual curse. It actually takes a lot to curse somebody, contrary to popular belief, or jinx or whatever. They just want to throw hateful shit because either you stop talking to them because obviously they're into some stupid shit, or they perceive that something. There's something. And this is a conflict. So while you're thinking about the book and while you're wrestling with the reflections of, man, last time this popped up and the health stuff, and what if it pops up again, going through all of that, then you also have this card, which tells me that somebody, I would bet it's one person in particular. It's one lady in particular. She has kind of long, it's long hair, but it's like really fine. There we go. I couldn't think of the right word. It's very fine. And it's like dark, but it's turning gray at the top, so it kind of feathers together. Like her hair's really pretty, but it's really fine. But she also wears glasses. I don't know who this is. There's a conflict there, and for some reason I know her. Okay. She's been popping back up. She's been popping back up in your life, in your lives, on your videos. Like for some reason, she's been popping back up. And it's got you kind of going. So this conflict is now popping back up because of this, because of this, because of this. My advice is going to be this, Kathy. Because you also have peace and counsel, which tells me that all of this has been stressing you out, and you're like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to deal with it. I'm not going to get involved. My advice is to find someone to talk to privately about this. Find somebody to talk to privately about this. I would say to have somebody do something that either is a complete return to sender. If you have not done a return to sender, do it. If you have not done a health working, do it. But reach out to somebody that has higher level ingredients. Does that make sense? Than this person does. One thing I'm going to say is Scarly, me, Camille, we're always happy to help anybody, but I'm never going to tell you you have to book something with us, period. Because you know what, you might find somebody else that you jive with really well. I'm never going to have my feelings hurt with that. So when I say, also, I know that there are a lot of people online that when they tell you to do something, it's because they want you to book with them. You know, that's not the case. I find it funny. I find it funny that when I'm talking about that, a few things have come across, have landed in my lap lately with some people. And as soon as I started talking about that, I got some scratches in my throat. I see you. I see you. Kathy, you need to find somebody to do a return to sender. You need to find somebody to do a health and protection working and a protective health working for you. And you need to find somebody that has a lot more ingredients than other people are going to have at their disposal. And also as a surprise attack. Do you guys understand that when you hire someone to do a working for you, to do something for you, it's more of a surprise attack. People that do this for a living and people that have done this for a very long time will talk to you, will find out what's going on, and they look at the right time of the moon, the right time of the day, like the right time to do all of these things, which makes it even stronger. But if you don't know where it's coming from, do you see what I'm saying? If you don't know where it's coming from, I'm just saying. It sounds like you do. I don't know if this person right here, if there was a rift between the two of you, or you guys just stopped talking, or whatever it was. Thank you for that, Lavon. Or whatever it was. But the conflict here, the fact that this card is Tyr, and, I mean, he is the Norse god of war. He is the Norse god of victory, of justice, etc. That right there, something has been done to hold you back. And I don't know if it's, I don't know who did it. We'll just say it that way. I don't know who did it. Something has been done to hold you back. And I would be willing to bet that as I'm saying this, you're thinking about all of the health things that have gone on. And you're thinking about all of the times that you felt crazy thinking somebody did something to you. They did. They did. And I'm going to guess the other question is, why is the confirmation coming now? Sometimes people do workings to bring other people out of the woodwork, and it pops up with other people as well. Does that make sense? Because your comment let me know that I know exactly who this is, and it's just interesting timing. Let me say that. It's just interesting timing today. I would find somebody to help you do these things. I would find somebody to help you. Because 100% there has been something to keep you from doing, either to keep you from writing this book or to keep you from saying something, whatever it is. Something has been done to kind of, not bind you up, but kind of. To throw problem after problem after problem in your path. Does that make sense, Kathy? Because I feel like this has been an ongoing issue, more than you let other people know about. Hey, Scarly. I know you're over here on YouTube. Will you remind me to send Kathy a message later or tomorrow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't judge. Thank you. I don't know if I think I'm judging myself for 5 drinks right now. It's been a day. It's been a day. Let's just say that it's been a day. I haven't seen Kathy pop up and say anything. So, Christine, will you pin it if she says something? Hopefully she heard everything, and if not, it's on YouTube for her to see. But, yeah, this needs to be taken care of. This needs to be taken care of. Yeah. You've just found out you like dirty sodas. Like the ones with the cream in them. I've never tried one. And to be honest, I'm a little afraid to, because I think that I would like it a lot. And I think that I'd be in trouble if I did. I think that I'd be in trouble because I love milk tea. I absolutely love milk tea. That's what this is. Chai milk tea. I feel like y'all can't. French vanilla Dr. Pepper. Stop it. That sounds fantastic. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't need another habit, y'all. Mm-mm. Oh, no. I'm in trouble. That sounds fantastic. Oh, and all of you say, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, that sounds really good. And stop. Okay, y'all. See, I'm not a big orange person. Doc, what the hell? I'm trying to draw cards to you and this came out. All right, then. All right, then. Yeah, I'm not an orange person. I never have been, let me say that. Like, I used to love root beer as a kid, burnt myself out on it, can't do root beer anymore. But orange, I've never been. Now, see, chocolate root beer, I'd try that shit. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I don't know why the echo's so bad on YouTube, and I apologize. Actually, let me turn this all the way down over here. Is that any better? Big red and French vanilla. Stop. Y'all. I feel like there's going to have to be a night where maybe I just need to randomly order different drinks. All right, Doc. 2 separate things. This one came out first, but I feel like it goes second. So let's see what this is. Temperance. And then these are both sideways. Feminine intellect. Oh, there's a lot. Aging, maturing, and healing. Loyalty. Okay. I didn't even get a chance to look at your question. Whatever's needed. Okay. Doc. This is so funny. I wonder why the echo is so bad. It shouldn't be. Better or worse? I don't know if Doc is here or not. I haven't seen him pop in. Or maybe I did see him pop in. Let me know if that's better or worse over there, Scarly. There's Doc. Good. I'm glad you're here. 2 separate things. This one is the more serious. And so now I understand why this one had to go first and this one can go second. Oh, so that stopped the echo on YouTube. That makes me happy. I just flipped something all the way off. So, the temperance card came out first, okay? There's something right now that in your gut has got you kind of pulling back a little bit. It's got all the little hair on your arms all pricked up. It's got you looking at everything. It's got you paying close attention to everybody around you, on heightened alert, and you don't know why. It's got you looking at weird ingredients. It's got you branching out into, I would be willing to bet you've walked your property more than a few times, like just checking on things, just looking at stuff, having problems sleeping. Like something has got you on high alert. So you're taking a step back from certain things and trying to figure out what's going on. Feminine intellect, aging, maturing, and healing, and loyalty are all sideways. You're in battle mode, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're all sideways. I don't feel like this is a woman that you have known very long. I feel like this is somebody, they either come in and out of your life, or they... not in and out of your life. I don't think this is someone you actually have met in real life. I think that this is somebody either you know online. I keep getting the color red with them. Like I'm rubbing my hands and it's like either they do this all the time or they do, I don't know what they do something with their hands. Not mudras. I don't know if they have a stem that they do, or they do this a lot though. They rub their hands a lot. But I keep getting the color red with her. I think that this is somebody that you have kind of kept at arm's length a little bit, and you don't know why. I'm going to tell you why. Because whatever her intentions are, they are not what she says they are. Whatever her intentions are, she feels like you are a conduit. She feels like you are somebody that you have the pathways for whatever end game she's on. This is a lady that's a little bit older, probably our age. She comes across as very mature. She comes across as very controlled. I would also be willing to bet, because of some of the cards here, that she comes across as a healer, but then doesn't say anything about how she's a healer, right? Like she doesn't say, oh, I'm a Reiki master. She says, I'm a natural born healer. That's probably what she says. But the loyalty card I don't like. Her loyalty lies completely somewhere else. Completely somewhere else. Whoever this is also has dark hair. I think that they dye their hair darker. Because I keep getting like almost black hair, but it's unnatural black. It's not native or African. It's not that kind. It is dyed black. This is somebody that dyes their hair. But her loyalty lies somewhere else. And so whatever this conduit is, whatever this is that... I don't like it. I don't like it. It's so funny, like, as I'm trying to poke a little bit and see what it is that's going on. And I think it's this way, too. Every time you try to talk to her about her background or, you know, what are you doing? Are you reading cards? Are you whatever? Every time you try to talk to her about this, there's technical difficulties, or she just cuts out of the chat, or whatever it is. I don't like it. I feel like she's attempting to use you to get to someone else, or get closer to someone else that she feels like you know, or you're... I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I need to tell you that this red is a bright red. It's not maroon. It's not, you know, happy cherry candy apple. It is a bright danger, Will Robinson kind of red. And I keep seeing it as like silk or satin or something like that. If that makes sense. So, You're okay, Kathy. It's on YouTube and you need to go listen to it. I'm going to send you a message later. So now I want to look at this because this card fell out and this is the messenger card. And this one fell out like that. This one is Whopper Jawed, ambition and drive. Okay. I think that you need to shift your ambition, shift your goals a little bit. I know I catch some of your lives. Thank you, Kathy. I catch you live sometimes when I can. And I usually just kind of sit outside and watch a little bit and listen. And but my advice is going to be this. Take what it is that you've been doing for a while. The 5, 6, 7, 90 things that you've been doing for a while and combine them. Take 3 or 4 of the main things that you love to do and combine them into one thing. Okay? So it would be like kind of like what we were talking about a while ago with, you know, the French vanilla and Dr. Pepper. Does that make sense? I would sit and I would make a list of all the things you do, all the things you offer. And then I would be honest with you. What are your favorite things to do? What are your favorite things to do? Pull out 4 or 5 of those and look at where you can combine some of them. Because your ambition, you seem to be moving forward, but also hitting a wall at the same time. And it seems like you're like clawing really, really hard right now to try to get past that wall. And the wall keeps on just like, nope, nope. Combine those 2 things. Combine a couple of those things. It will make everything stand out. It will make everything be bigger. And now I also understand why this had to come before this, because this lady right here, if you start doing these things and she's still kind of around and so on, she 100% is going to start utilizing that or copying that very quickly. She'll fall on her face, but yeah. Yeah. Does that make sense, Doc? About this over here? Guys, this is your friendly reminder. Read the room. Read the room. I'm just saying. Read the room. Okay. Okay. I'm glad you understood what I was saying. Yeah, totally glad. All right. Sally G is next. What does Miss Sally need to know? Gotcha. So for those of you guys asking, before I go too far, what deck I'm using, this is the Yggdrasil deck. I cannot pronounce the name of the person, but it is by far one of my favorite decks. I absolutely love this deck. It is a huge deck. It's 84 cards. The artwork is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Like, I can't even hardly get my hand around it. All right. So you have court for Social Security coming up. So this is the nightmare card. And it's Whopperjawed, and this is the one that fell out. I'm going to reserve judgment. Balance of contraries. Strength, fertility, and protection. Temperance. I think that your court date is going to get pushed back. I think your court date is going to get pushed back. I think that there's going to be something that has gotten missed, has fallen through the holes, something has happened. I don't like that the nightmare card came out like this, Whopperjawed, which tells, if it had come out right side up, I would have been like, oh no. But it's Whopperjawed, okay? So I think that it's just going to get pushed. And I know that 100% is not what you wanted to hear. However, I think the reason that something is going to shift and get pushed is because there's a layer of protection there. I 100% think that, yeah, you will get approved. But it's like somebody didn't cross all the T's. Does that make sense? Oh, interesting. You did the pick 3 thing last night, and then you picked the third card, and it was the no card. So it's lining up with this. I don't think that it's a solid no. Let me say that. It's like, I feel like there's a hole somewhere. Somebody didn't get something filed in time, done in time. I don't know. There's some problem, and I think it's just going to get pushed back. I think it's going to get pushed back. But like I said, I feel like it's going to get pushed back because there's a layer of protection there for you. And I know that it's kind of like, well, wait, but I really need this to be approved, and that would be protection for me because that allows me to, be able to survive, like be able to continue to, go forward and so on. However, if they were to if they tried to push it through this time, I don't know if it's because of the shutdown. I don't know if it's because of somebody didn't file the right paper or somebody's cranky that day. I literally feel like it's just somebody's cranky that day. For them to push it is actually going to help you tremendously. So as much as it sucks, I think that that's what's going to happen. I do think that you will get approved. And I do think that it'll be, I don't know if it'll be exactly the amount you're manifesting, but it will be a very pleasant surprise. And I hate that it's just going to take a little longer. I hate that it's going to take a little longer. I do. It's stupid. But I saw somebody say dealing with anything with SSDI, SSI, etc. is a nightmare. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I have an attorney friend who his partner, that's all he does is that, and like personal, car wrecks and stuff like that. But SSI, SSDI is the biggest part of his business, or part of his practice, and just from helping them with some marketing stuff and things like that years ago, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. It is. So yeah, it's bullshit. So, does that make sense? I know it's not the answer you wanted, but when it gets pushed, it will help you. You've appealed and you're thinking, if you get denied, he doesn't get paid. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's going to get pushed off. I really do. I really, really do. Yeah. Like, I 100% understand making people prove that they actually need it, because there are scammy McScammersons out there. But the lengths that they go to is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's one doctor here in Tulsa that I got to know, if he had a client that got sent to that person for workers' comp, it was going to be a fight. That doctor was automatically going to... Maybe you fell and you broke your back and, you know, you had a leg amputated and, like, all this stuff. He'd say, nope, pre-existing condition. You were born with it. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Every time. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's asinine how they treat everybody. Yeah, it's asinine. And I hate that so many of you guys have had the same exact experience with all of it. I hate that. And I'm so sorry. All right. Rosalind. See, I keep trying to tell Kirsten's dad that he needs to do the SSDI because he's been 100% disabled for a while. Holy crap. Her third appeal. That's insane. That's insane. So here in Oklahoma, they will tell you at the VA, now this is not intended to be financial advice, let me make that disclaimer. This is my own personal opinion from my own personal experiences. I sat there and listened to them tell him that you could either be 100% through the VA or you could be 100% through SSDI. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Thank you, Kayla. I see you over there on the YouTube. All right. Rosalind. So, you said you just want to know about your current life path. And the card that popped up is the doorkeeper and navigation. Then there's 2 cards and 2 cards. I feel like the reason you need to know about your current life path is that you feel like there's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of craziness going on and just stuff happening, etc., etc., etc. Sometimes we go through a door to find another door, and then another door, and then another door, and it just keeps on going. Door, 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 door. It just keeps going. And I think that's where you are right now. I am going to say this. It's almost like when you go to the water park, when you went to the water park as a kid and you did the lazy river, right? You love the lazy river because you just lay there and you float, right? And then you go to a different place and you go on the big raft with the 6 seats in it and it's bumping up and down and bumping into the sides and it's craziness and it's fun. And you know you're strapped in, so you're not gonna get hurt, right? I think right now you're floating back and forth between those 2 things. The lazy river and the craziness. And I want you to just keep in mind that sometimes all you can do is just laugh and go on about your business. Like that, sometimes that's all you can do. I had that kind of day today. I was so mad. I wanted to drive out to the middle of nowhere and scream as loud as I could. And I am positive they would have heard me in Georgia. I am positive they would have heard me all the way in Georgia, maybe in Florida. But at the end of the day, all you can do is laugh. Sometimes it's the universe, before I ever turn these other cards over, sometimes it's the universe being a jerk. Sometimes it's the universe seeing how hard you will fight for something. Sometimes it is somebody throwing some shit your way. Sometimes it's all of the above. Clarity and novelty and guarding the treasure. Okay. Seeing the doorkeeper and the navigation and feeling like I needed to talk about water park rides in October. And then seeing clarity and novelty. My advice is going to be this. For the next week, the next 7 days, and this is going to take some self-discipline. Okay? This is going to take some self-discipline. Just disconnect yourself from your own emotions. Look at things as if you are disconnected from the world, right? You're still going through the motions. You're still going to work. You're still cooking dinner. You're still feeding the dog. You're still going through the emotions, right? Or the motions. But take your emotions out of it. Watch a couple episodes of Star Trek, become a Vulcan for about a week, right? Every time you want to get upset about something, make a note. Just on your phone, keep you a little notepad. I would really love to punch this guy in the face in traffic. You know, like, I hope this guy's butthole crusts shut. Like, every time you want to get mad, every time you get upset, whatever, just make yourself a note. It is easier said than done. But the reason I say that is because of this clarity card. Emotions sometimes, a lot of times, all the time, are a guard. And sometimes guards get too overzealous with what they're guarding. And you can't see through them to get to the clarity. Because the guarding the treasure is on top of the clarity and novelty. There's several episodes of Adventure Time where the Gumball Guardians get pinged to go do something, and Princess Bubblegum is always trying to tell them no or shut them down or whatever, but she made them and she put them in place. They take their job too seriously. And that's what I think is going on. I think that there is something with your emotions where they're on high alert and they've been out in full force, and they're keeping you from seeing the path forward, if that makes sense. Unresolved you can't make this up. This is unresolved emotions. I don't know that I've ever seen this card come up in a reading. Ambition and competitiveness. You can't make this shit up. I'm going to tell you exactly what these emotions are that's keeping you from seeing the path forward. Apparently, spirit guides, whoever you want to credit it to, is like, no, just she needs to know. Just go ahead and tell her. There is something with you where you are super competitive with something. I don't know if this is your job, if it's your house, if it's your kids, if it's your kids' sports, if it's your sports. I don't know what it is, but there is something with you where you feel super competitive. Because of that, You realize it, but you're not ready to deal with it yet. There's a lot of unresolved things, unresolved childhood aspects, things from childhood, etc., that need to be dealt with. Whether it's you're competitive in this because everything you did as a kid was lessened and you feel like you need to prove yourself even more as an adult, or if you feel like, you know, you weren't ever listened to, or you didn't get to, whatever it is. There is some aspect that drives the competitiveness with you that has to be dealt with. So a lot of inner child work, some shadow work as far as your inner child stuff goes. I would recommend literally just going on Google and looking up, you know, free shadow work prompts for inner child competitiveness or inner child work or whatever. Be careful using ChatGPT for some of those, because ChatGPT is going to pull that from other websites out and about. So just be careful using ChatGPT with that. But you can. You just need some shadow work prompts to help you deal with some different... Ooh, thunder. I haven't heard it rain in so long. Let's all get excited. I mean, I'm going to get excited. I'm excited. Just some shadow work prompts to help you deal with some childhood things. And here's what's funny. When you start to do these, you're going to have like all of these big things that come up and you're like, oh, okay, you know, well, once upon a time I got pushed down on the playground and blah, blah, blah. Like big things that come up. And those are going to lead you down the rabbit hole to the little thing that is this thorn in your side that's causing you to have this high emotional guard so you can't see the actual path that you need to be taking forward. It's like this one teeny tiny little thing has blossomed into these crazy like holographic glasses, and you can't actually see clearly in front of you, if that makes sense. You are at a crossroads. You are at a time where you should be deciding all of these amazing things in your life. But one little teeny tiny thing has blossomed into glasses that are all over your face where you can't see forward. Does that make sense? Y'all all know the glasses I'm talking about. They make everything rainbowy or blurry or whatever. Thank you. And you can't see the path forward. That's what's going on. To be honest, I really think that it might take you a week or so to figure it out. And that's it. And that's it. Does that make sense? Thank you, Sassy McSaucepants. Sass, I gotta message you later when I get off of here. We need to do some chatting. We need to chat. Sass has been busy today. I've been running around every day. We haven't got to have best friend gossip time. All right. Rebecca G is next. I mean, we can always chat tomorrow. The kaleidoscope glasses. Yes, that's exactly it, spoiled gal. So, next year guidance. Gotcha. Guarding the treasure. What this tells me is that you are hyper focused on guarding what you have already built And next year you have a fear of either losing some things or things diminishing. And I know some of you guys are like, wait, losing is the same thing. No, it's not. Losing would be me giving you my car, whereas diminishing would be the value of my car going down. Right? Dude, it is wild out here. Sass said, girl, be tired today. It's wild out here. It is. It is insanely wild today. Insanely wild today. Then you have master craftsmanship and diligence. The present. Okay. The ship of conflict. And the brave traveler. Of course you have the brave traveler with the ship of conflict. Okay. I think that you are super correct in being focused on finances for the next year. You are super correct in being focused on preparation, on holding on to everything, and it's almost a feeling that you have of hunkering in place, hunkering down. The craftsmanship, master craftsmanship and diligence, as well as the present. There is a skill set that you possess that you have been working on for a very long time. You don't see yourself as an expert, even though you should, because you are very good at it. The master craftsmanship card, when that comes up, especially with, master craftsmanship and diligence, it means that you tend to hyper focus on this thing. You could nerd out about it for hours and hours and hours. This is something that is going to serve you very well next year. My suggestion is going to be allowing yourself to hyper focus on it now. To hyper focus on it now. If there is training that you can do, if there is something that can be done to make that skill more, bigger, better, etc., that is exactly what you need to do. Build this skill set up. Build your repertoire. Build your resume. Build your... If you can take some little bitty classes or something like that, if they're free, if they're cheap, whatever, take some things that are only going to build on this skill set. Because this is your greatest asset going into next year. The ship of conflict and the brave traveler. That's why I said I think you are completely correct in being a little anxious about what's going on next year, about finances, and about holding on to all of the things that you have right now. I don't think that next year is going to be a year of like massive moves for you. I don't think next year is going to be a good time to move across the country or to leave your current job and find a new one. I think that it's going to be a good year to just continue to stockpile, okay? And having the ship of conflict and the brave traveler tells me that there's going to be a lot of turmoil next year, and you are going to be that person that manages to hold on for dear life through all of it. You've all seen those movies with the big, huge ship, like a pirate ship or whatever, and a storm hits and they're bouncing everywhere, and some people get flung off over the side, and some people get smacked in the head with a rope or, a mast or whatever, and then there's always one guy that, is he soaking wet? Yes. Is he a little tattered? Yes. But he goes through relatively unscathed because he stayed out of the fucking way. And that's going to be you. That's going to be you. If that makes sense. Next year is going to be a lot. I don't know what industry you're in, Rebecca, but I have a feeling that industry is going to have an overhaul to it, and there's going to be a lot of things that are going to pop up, and people that don't want to grow and don't want to change are going to get caught up and knocked overboard. That's why I said start now. Start adding more tiny things to it, certificates or classes or whatever it is, seminars that you can do. If you work for a company that they offer any extra training, sign up for every single fucking bit of it. Sign up for every single bit of it. If they offer it and you can go do it, sign up for it. Because whatever this skill set is, you need to be boosting it. And then just tie yourself to the mast and hold on tight. I think that you're going to be able to ride through relatively unscathed while other people are knocked off the boat. If that makes sense. All right, Joe. Joe is next. Guys, yes, I just had to fix my bra. You're welcome. Keep in mind that this is a job. This is my job. This is what I do. I know that there are people out there that do this as a side gig, and I last night got on here and I pulled cards, you know, for free. I don't do that a lot. I just felt like everybody needed a space to just hang out last night. I know there are other people that pull cards for free on a regular basis and so on. This is my job. This is what I do for a living. It's what I have done for a living for a while. I am very good at my job. And so when you guys come in and demand that anybody read for you for free, I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's anybody else. I don't care. If you go in and you demand that they do something or you demand that they perform, social media, people on social media, even if they are on there dressed up, doing something crazy, etc., that's a person. That's not a performing monkey. And when you fall into that trap of you're going to treat them like a performing monkey, then you cannot be mad when people do the same thing back to you. And if you treat somebody like a performing monkey, you get what you fucking get as far as your karma goes. I hope you step on every single Lego that ever existed. I absolutely hate for people to demand that I do something. I absolutely hate for people to treat me like a performing monkey, and I am not the only social media person that feels like that. Just saying. I have a very large amount of certifications in all kinds of metaphysical things and physical things. I have worked my ass off for almost 15 years to be where I'm at and to do what I do and to know what I know. And even when I am not sitting in front of my computer, working, writing, doing reports, doing readings, doing all those things, if I'm in the bathtub or I'm in the shower, guess what I'm doing? I also have a class or a seminar that I am doing, that I am learning going on behind me. When I sleep, I have audiobooks on. When I'm sitting in bed, same thing. I am always doing something that pushes me forward. Do not come in and demand that somebody do something for you. It's like going up to NASA's front door and demanding that you get on the next space shuttle to Mars. Enjoy sitting out there waiting. That's bullshit. You know it. And I know it. And it's why you're a miserable person in life. Joe. All right, Joe. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying, too. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Those people that demand other people do shit for them are some of the most miserable, stank, dirty bitches that ever existed. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I hope your feet get so crusty that they smell like dirty brie cheese for the rest of your life. I hope that every time you stick your hand in a box, something pokes you up underneath the fingernail meat. Yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one right there. When I said that, every one of you just went, oh, didn't you? Because every one of us has had something poke up underneath there. One time when I was, I think, 12 or 13, I don't remember what I did, but I got a splinter, and it went so far back in here in my nail bed. I had to go to the doctor, and they had to dig underneath here to pull it out because it was getting infected. That was one of the worst fucking things. It was one of the worst fucking things. All right, Joe, let's talk about Joe instead of that. Now that everybody is like, ha, ha. Every one of you has the heebie-jeebies now, right? But where is Joe going in life? Fuck. I'm sorry, Joe. Just saying. The Lord of Misfits. Where are you going in life? You are the collector of the weirdos. That sounds like a great job. Actually, no, it doesn't. I lied. I'm gonna take that back. Because look what I do for a living. And y'all know that in every single industry, in every walk of life, there are some weirdos. So I think that the Lord of Weirdos, collecting all the weirdos, might not be a yeah, okay, all right, Joe. Then you have Fairness and Judgment, Guarding the Treasure, which came out Whopperjawed, and Beauty and Vanity. All right, because you had to have the weird voice, because of course you did, because why not, right? Where are you going in the next year? Woman, this is so much weirdness coming your way that I'm just going to say, get your big kid pants on. Maybe get yourself some, you know, my whole brain just fell apart. The leather things that you wear on the front of your pants when chaps. Maybe get yourself some chaps. Maybe have some metal studs on them. Maybe some armor, some plate armor, some chainmail. I know there are a ton of people that make it. You know, like maybe that. Because your girl, I think that at the end of the next year, when you start to look back at your 2026, you're going to be like, what the fuck was that? This is a... I love the fact, too, that I looked up and I've been live for 1 hour and 13 minutes, 113. But the fact that you have Fairness and Judgment right here, it tells me that you are one of those people that you don't care what somebody does, what they look like, who they are, etc. You don't care. You are that person that if you treat me nice, I'm going to treat you nice. And you've always been that way. And in today's world, you have made sure that everybody knows they can come and talk to you. They can come and hang out, etc. It's going to bring a lot of weirdos to your doorstep, Joe, my friend. It's good. And when I say weirdos, I mean it in the nicest and the weirdest way possible. Because there is a line. Now, I will say this. There's going to come a point where your Fairness and Judgment is going to start costing you, I don't know if it's some of your peace, some of your sanity, or actual money. Because your Guarding the Treasure is Whopperjawed right here. Be careful who you let into your life this next year, Joe. Be careful who you allow to know a lot about your private self. Be careful how much you invest in some people that are coming into your path. Just be careful. Just be really careful. I want to talk about this card and how it ties all in together, okay? Because this is the Beauty and Vanity card. I don't know if you've been working on glamour magic or if you've been working on health or whatever it is, this next year is going to be a good year for you to focus on those things. The problem with that is that when people see you change, when they see you lose weight, when they see you get, buffer, when they see you change your hair or change your makeup or look better or dress better or whatever, when they see those things start to happen, then they want to know what it is you're doing. And some of these people that are in the Lord of Misfits realm over there are going to start trying to copy you. And I'm going to say this in particular. Well, I'm going to say this way because this is how I heard it. Suck off the essence that you are trying to capture. I know that sounded really gross when I said it, but that's what I heard. It's almost like you are pulling in all of this essence, all of this beauty, all of this kindness, all of this magic. And it's like somebody trying to like take a straw and go and just pull it off of you. And I don't understand why. But that is why I said be very, very, very careful with who you allow in your life. And this is where this guarding the treasure sideways comes in as well. Because when people start to siphon that off, it gets to a point, okay, so let's say, I wish I had like a styrofoam cup or a paper cup. Let's say that I got to the point where there was a piece of boba stuck in this straw and I couldn't get any of the liquid or the boba out, right? Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take the top off. And I'm going to get the liquid a different way. Right? That's exactly what's going to happen. The problem is, let's say I just want the boba. I don't really want the liquid, right? I'm trying to get to the boba. But I'm going to have to go through the liquid. So if this is a person, and let's say this is that energy that they want to look like you, be like you, wear your skin, I don't know what the fuck. This is what they want. This is your money. The liquid is your money. The liquid is your assets. The liquid is, all of the things, all of the treasure that is Joe's. Well, if they just go through it a different way and they take the top off, they're going to get to the liquid before they get to this. Do you see what I'm saying? So be very careful who you let in your path. Be very careful who is allowed to know who you are, where you live, all of that. Just guard up. Guard up. All of the guardy guards. All of the guardy guards. Does that make sense? What can you do for a boss stealing your tips? Cut a bitch. I bartended for a very long time in some very big places. And one time I had a boss try to do that to us. It was Halloween, and not only was it Halloween, but Chingy, this is how long ago it was playing in the place where I was bartending. And the manager at the time came and took everybody's tip jars. Instead of the three of us that were at our place splitting that 3 ways, he took everybody's tip jars upstairs. And one of the girls came and told me, because I was like, where the fuck are our tip jars? One of the girls came and told me. I marched my happy ass upstairs and we had words, and all the girls followed me, thankfully, because it helped calm me down. But when he realized that I wasn't going to let it go, he fired me. And when he fired me, he decided to take the tip jars and throw them at us. So the money went everywhere. So in the end, we all split all the money, even the 2 girls that didn't do jack shit at all. I called the owner the next day and told him what had happened. And the owner said, well, let me get to the bottom of it. So, because the owner had hired me personally. And had a chat with the guy. Guy got fired. I got my job back. And I got promoted to head bartender. And 2 other girls lost their jobs. If you have a boss that's doing this to you, first of all, find another job. Period. Find somewhere else. Because that is bullshit. And I guarantee you that that fucker will throw you under the bus. That is absolutely wrong. I don't know how the hourly rate is where you're at here in Oklahoma. When I tell you guys this, you're going to shit cookies. When I was bartending, the hourly rate we got paid was $2.15. $2.15. I don't know what it is now, but I don't think it's much more because it's Oklahoma. Your tips are your job. They are your livelihood. And if somebody is doing that to you, start looking for another job and tell the owner why. Call the owner, find out who owns the business, and tell them why. I just want you to know I'm looking for another job because you have a manager that is... Oh, see, so it isn't much more. Yeah. And if that guy is the owner, definitely look for another job, because what that tells me, if he's stealing money from y'all, then there's a problem. There's a problem. And that means he's going to start stealing money from the tills and everything else, and you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that. Greetings, Mr. Raw. All right. Tracy R is next. Whatever she needs to hear. Oh no, Linda. All right, so here's what we're going to have to do. YouTube, I'm going to have to turn you off. Linda's about to be Linda. So I will download this from TikTok and get it to you guys over there, but this is about to have to turn my computer off.